one of the most glorious days in the year. Yes, this is the day to sing Alleluia, Alleluia, Alleluia. Christ has risen. And yes, Easter is a sign of future. Easter is a sign of hope. Easter is a sign of life. And we go to the tomb on that morning. And when the women get there to finish the burial rituals, to prepare the body, they find the tomb is open. And they look inside and there's no Jesus. Where could he be? And then eventually Mary Magdalene comes along and she looks in the tomb and there's no Jesus. Where could they have taken him? So she goes out, and as she's going out, she meets a man. She thinks it's the gardener. And she says to him, where have they taken the body of Jesus? Let me know so I can go and get it. And Jesus simply says one thing to her. He calls her by name and says, Mary. And at that moment, she realized she wasn't talking to a gardener, but she was talking to the risen Lord. And Jesus says, do not touch me. I have not yet risen to my Father. But go, tell the apostles that it's true. I have risen from the dead. I am alive and I am well. So Mary goes off and she talks to the apostles and tells them that she has seen Jesus. Yes, it's true. The women, when they went to tell the apostles that Jesus was not there, she's saying, yes, he isn't there. He's gone, but she's seen him, and she knows that he's alive and that he will meet with them later. In the afternoon, two of the disciples were depressed about what had happened on Good Friday, so they left Jerusalem and went back to their little town of Emmaus. And as they're walking down through the desert road, a man comes by, and he sees them, and he says, can I join you? And they said, sure. And he says, you look like you're talking very seriously about something. What's going on? And they said, did you not hear? Did you not know what happened on the weekend? That Jesus was crucified and died? And Jesus simply took them through the scriptural readings and showed how this was to happen, how it was all prophesied, and that Jesus was fulfilling the will of his Father. And after this long walk back, Jesus pretended to go on, but the disciples said to him, no, stay with us and have dinner. And so Jesus did. And as they were sitting at the table, having the dinner, Jesus took the bread, broke it, and at that moment, the disciples realized that this was Jesus, risen from the dead. Yes, we have two incidents. We have Mary, who thinks Jesus is a gardener, and these two disciples who really don't know who this man is. They were walking and talking with Jesus, but why didn't they recognize him? Because they weren't looking for him. And isn't that what we do sometimes? We don't see Jesus because we don't look for him. We're seeing something else. We're not looking for Jesus, the risen Lord. But he's here. He's in our life. He's here every single day. And it's up to us to see through the facades of all the things that are in our preview. And what we need to do is to look beyond that we see Jesus in the poor, in the suffering, in the aged, in the drug addict, in everyone around us. Because as St. Teresa of Avila once said, I have no hands but yours, I have no feet but yours, for I am you. And that's what Jesus is. Jesus in each and every one of us as a resurrected Christ, as a Christ who gives life, as a Christ who gives hope, as a Christ who gives mercy. So on this Easter, let it be a day when you too will rise from the dead that's in you, the darkness that's in you, and let it become light. Easter Sunday.